Namaskaram wherever you are. I would like to say something. This video is going to change the way you think about simple moving averages. Simple moving averages, people might think it is simple, but definitely it is very simple from calculation point of view, from one of the technical indicators. If you just use this tool, you will always make money. After this tool coming into my trading life, it has changed a lot. So let's go into this. I will just read this out and then I'll go to the disclaimer, and then we'll go into the charts. The simple moving average is widely used as technical analysis indicator that calculates the average of a security's price over a specified time period. It is a popular tool for identifying trends and providing buy or sell signals. How you can identify, I'll let you know later on in TradingView and Top Stock Research and other websites. But let's go to the disclaimer. Investments or trading carry risks, so all stock markets investments and trading activities are subject to market risks. Please consult your financial consultant or counselor or financial planner before you taking any position, and everything what I'm discussing here is pure is education purpose. Please do your due diligence before doing anything. Before we jumping into the practicals, let's go through the theory once. The theory is very simple. If I have to say, fourth or fifth grader can easily understand this. If you make 5 rupees, or if I have to say, if you make 1 lakh rupees per day, every day if you're making 1 lakh, then in 10 days, all the 10 days 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 for 10 days divided by 10 is equal to 1. So in 10 days your average earning per day is 1 lakh. So the same thing for the stock price also here. It can be commodity, it could be any underlying forex price, anything. So example, you can clearly see, if you take 5-day EMA, 5-day SMA, we'll talk about EMA later, but SMAs can clearly say what is the fifth candle forming. We will talk about that the next coming things. And if you see here, this is an example. If the stock price or underlying closing 239.2, 240.6, 241.8, 242.8, 247.9, then obviously the last, if I have to say, the one which comes out of all the averages will be this one. If you see, this is the first day average. The price is actually moving 39, 40, 41, 42 and 47. Let's think in one of the days the average came down, then the price would have been come down, but in this example I just provided from starting to ending, so that way you will understand if it is moving up. There is another example, live example. Let's talk about this live example. If you see here, in this example we have taken on an hourly time frame for a Tata Steel, and SMA simple moving average is 9 days. So if you see here on the right side, I'm just scrolling my cursor out here. If you see here, this is 159.67, 159 rupees 0.67 paisa is the SMA simple moving average for 9 days. So means the system has calculated, or the tool has calculated, the trading view, the tool or the indicator, simple moving average indicator is calculated for the last 10 sessions, 10 time frames, that is last 10 hours. Stock is trading around 159.67. If you see this, the price for that hour, it is closed around 158.34. Technically what it is saying is the simple moving average is greater than the current price. So whenever the stock price is less than the simple moving average, it is not good to touch it, touch that stock, because in one of the class I explained the support and resistance level. When the stock is coming, it is like this. There is a saying, the support becomes resistance, the resistance becomes support. Here's something I wish I know earlier, something like, I never thought the support can become a resistance and resistance become support. Polarity, I think that's also called. But I learned something weird out of it, and then I started learning many other things. So here, if you see here, the classic example out here, maybe we can take from here also. See, the minute the bullish signal happened here, we'll talk about bullish, bearish and neutral signal also, but or fake signals we later on in the other charts. If you see it here, there is one candle moved, one green candle moved above this candle, and once it moved above it, then the stock performed a very good bullish signal. In sense, in a matter of 1 2 3 4 5 candles, that is in 5 hours, somewhere it is less than, if you see, it is around 147. The stock almost climbed up to 154. 7 points in Tata Steel with multiples of 5,000. 5 into 5, it's almost like 25,000 being made in on one lot. In 100 lots, it is a different story altogether. Let's talk about single lot and you multiply based on your profitability also. The same thing happened here also. If you see here, there is a very good close happening here, but we will talk about should we take only on simple moving averages. I would definitely say if you have we will talk maybe RSI and MACD helping, but for now I think we'll only talk about simple moving averages where you can simply make money. How? This is the first candle here. If you see here, it actually made a little, if you see here, it just made a little more here, and bang, it started moving up and it never even touched it. So the stop losses can be, once it goes below it, you can take a short position. But if you can clearly see here how neatly the formation has happened here also, one line, I think even if you come here, you take it, you can still make 4-5 rupees. That's almost like 2-3% of the money. That's not a small amount of money, if I have to say. So you should understand how you can make that money out here. So let me zoom little out here so that way you know. Okay, the same way in the short wise, if you see here, this is the first position. Maybe I'll zoom again. So here, first shot, if you would have hit, you would have made a very good money here. The same thing has happened here. It went on down. So moral of the story is, I would say, like, if you follow the SMA part, there is always a good opportunity to make money in, or should I say, in your buy side and your sell side also. Do not underestimate it. So let's go to the next slide. In the next slide, we will talk about parameters of SMA, because when you are looking at your pricing strategies, you should have your what is your input and what is your process, and then based on your input and process, the output is defined. So your input is this, the SMA, what is the high, low, since the tools are already calculating these things, I don't think you have to worry about it. 20 years back, it's a different story altogether. Time frames, moving average can be calculated for various time frames. As you can see it here, you can do 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, day, week, so something like that. So specific needs, the choice of the time, it all depends. Some people, some traders, they go intraday traders less than 1 hour. Swing traders maybe 1 hour to 1 day, maybe investors 1 week to 1 month. So based on that, they will take it. So we will talk with more examples in example session, which is more focused. Maybe we'll talk at least a couple of 100 examples in example session, but let's go ahead with this one for now. So flexibility, this allows you to understand how, because the time frames are so flexible here, the calculations are so flexible. When I say calculations are flexible, you can take 9 SMA, 21 SMA, you can input that anytime. In the example session, I will explain you about how you can take that in TradingView, Top Stock Research, and even in your angel broking. Or I'll just take, I don't know how to explain it in broking websites, but I will explain in TradingView, so that actually gives the same. Everyone are using the same frameworks nowadays for the tools. So automation in Excel also you can do the same thing, so that's a good part. So Excel automation example, if you just drag and drop, that is very easy, but you don't have to do it, so I'll go forward with it. So simple thing is the smoothing curve, which is coming, and continuous improvement based on the nearby adjustment. Visual representation is also, you have seen it here, maybe in the new example. This is the lining smoothing thing, and then the continuous improvement is happening. Consider you are here, but in the next candle forms, the black line or the SMA 21 days is also coming. So if you see here how things are happening, visual representation is also very nice to understand it. So see here, it is very easy to understand this visual representation. So next, if we go to the key takeaways, trend identification, simple moving averages, you can easily identify the trend. Is it a bullish trend? Is it a bearish trend? Is it a neutral kind of thing? I will tell you now, simple calculation, visual representation. So we will talk about bullish crossover. Bullish crossover is something when the cross happens. I'll show you here so you'll easily understand. These are the cross marks. I wantingly kept all these things false and all these things in 1 hour, but I will tell you why you should do that. Bullish crossover and bearish crossover is the opposite. And I think if you want to buy, take a bullish crossover. If you want to sell, keep a bearish crossover on your monitor. Moving average crossover, we will talk about this, occurs when short-term simple moving average such as 50, 200. We will talk more in example session. But for now, let's go to the bullish and bearish crossover. So if you see it here, maybe we'll start with the negative thing. Maybe you will understand it. You will understand it very nicely. Here is something you won't believe. Until I know these things, majority of my trades went into loss. This is one of the best tip or one of my best strategy I have used to make money in stocks. So whenever the cross happens here, let's talk over the false things, and then we'll go. See, this is Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. This is not in a it's not F&O stock or an NSE or Sensex stocks, or high market cap stocks. Since it is not a high market cap stock, you should not have a 1 hour time frame. If you want to have a 1 hour time frame, do it on a index and do it on top 10 stocks where there is a probability of there is very less probability of operator movement or less liquidity. Technically, wherever you're keeping 1 hour, it has to be high liquidity stocks. For every 5 paise, you will have thousands and thousands of people buying. I mean, orders should be there, and then people, so much of orders will be there. I will tell you a simple example, a positive side of this. So if you do not have that kind of things, do not get into the 1 hour. For HAL, I would definitely recommend the 1 day or a 1 week kind of situation if you're an investor kind of thing. If you are in a trader, then you will have your own signals, buy sell you have to, but one signal can make you can even address the 5 false signals. So here, if you sell it around 4799 is the sell point came. If you sell it here somewhere here 4700 odd, then the next bullish or next bullish didn't come up to, I think this is wrong, bullish didn't come up to almost up to 4200. So you have to be very even in this case 4200 went up to 4000, 200-300% profit you have. So every time cross is happening from the top, you have to be careful here. Every time cross is happening from the down, from the top it is bearish, from the bottom it is bullish. So let's go to the next one. If I have to say, this is limitations also we have to discuss. Limitations are emphasis on recent data. The SMA treats all data points equally. There are recent forms of past data. It never considers the recent yesterday or day before, because sometimes SMA is purely price thing. It won't consider volume also. If you include VWAP, it will be very nice. But SMAs are known for its simplicity, simple moving averages. So if you are looking for a complex kind of thing, or if you want looking for a support, I support from other tools, other indicators, RSI, I feel, MACD, I feel. We will talk about trade setups. When we talk about trade setups related to the RSI, moving averages, and MACD, then we will go further into them. So sometimes when you have a lower time frame, then trend tracking would be very, very tough. I think that's all. I think we will cover more in the example session, but let's go ahead with the next one. Thank you. Thanks for your time. If you want me to look into your portfolios, portfolio review, or you want to understand, you want to join our mentorship program, further coaching, I would like to coach you to become a better trader, which took almost like 20-25 years, where let's say 25 years, but 16, 17, somewhere around that, 15 to 20 years, where I started making profits. Till 15 years it was losses. Then I will, in journey of 20-25 years, you can just make it in 2 years if you have good capital, and if you're looking stock markets, your lifetime passive income or direct income also. Then I would definitely suggest to connect with me here, and you'll have separate links also bottom, so you can connect there. Thank you. Thanks for your time, and have a good day. We will talk further more about simple moving averages in the examples.